Alright, so today is Saturday. It's the day after King of the Hammers, and today we are going to be doing kind of a tutorial. A lot of the off-road guys will probably like this. We're gonna be valving shocks today. So basically, these trucks have shocks that have shim stacks inside. You can adjust those shims and it'll make them go better through the whoop sections. I don't know too much about it, but my buddies, we're gonna hop in the truck. We're gonna go find a nice spot for testing, and a lot of this video is gonna be us pulling shocks off of the truck, rebuilding them out here in the desert, putting them back on, and then you can just really see the difference in the way the truck works off-road. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. Don't forget to subscribe and like if you like it. But yeah, I will try to describe stuff the best I can, and you'll probably be seeing a few of my buddies describing stuff as well. So this one should have a lot of knowledge, and it's really amazing what valving inside of a shock will do as far as off-road performance, but as well as on-road performance. People don't realize a factory truck, you can get it to ride nicer just on the highway. You can valve your shocks for towing, off-road. You can do so much with them. But keep in mind, the only shocks you can valve are the larger ones that actually have valving shims inside. You know, your factory shocks that come on your Ram or your Ford or whatever, just a little white, or not even white anymore, just a mono tube shocks. You cannot rebuild those, you cannot valve those. But the bigger ones, they're fully rebuildable, and that's what's great about them. You buy them once and then you can just rebuild them for the life of the truck, and you don't have to replace shocks. So let's do it. Hope you guys enjoy. Guys, just remember this is a family channel.
All right, bud. So head out to one of these roads this way and go south.
So I'm going the wrong way?
Yes, sir. You go north.
All right, so let's kind of explain to everybody what we're doing. I did. This is Mikey, the Fab Lab. He has an off-road shop. This is Bruce. But so today we're gonna attempt to pull shocks off and revalve them so they work better off-road.
That's pretty much it.
Pretty much it. Right now we're going to scout a spot.
Try to find an area where the whoops are big enough that we are using the wheel travel, but they're not too harsh where they're too closely spaced or too far away spaced. So we can find a nice medium ground so you're using like the high and low speed of the shocks.
See, this is the stuff I was telling you that he will talk to you more about.
5 minutes later.
All right, so this is our section that we're going to be tuning on, coming down here. We got the easy up set up for Mike. He's got a vise in his bumper of his truck.
Oh, you want to kind of do Derek's?
I don't know. That's where we're gonna start. We'll do some runs. We'll try to film so we can do side-by-side videos so you can see the difference, the way the trucks are working and whatnot.
Take one.
Take one. So this is our initial run before valving the shocks. We're gonna try and see what speed we can maintain through this whoop section, and then hopefully we can, you know, make the truck go faster. I think it's gonna be 25.
Do you feel the need for speed, Jesse?
I do. It's so much fun going fast. So we're what, roughly between 25, 30 miles per hour.
Yes.
It felt pretty good.
Pretty good.
Now the whole point is to, after we valve, hopefully we can go like, you know, 35 or 40 through that section and feel as good as we did, if not better. That's the goal. All right, so we got one shock out here. So these are 2.5 inch smooth body things, pin top. And we're gonna pull them apart and revalve them and see if we can make it go faster. I don't know what I'm doing. They know what they're doing.
Boxing.
What are we doing, Michael?
We're taking the seal head off. We're just undoing the seal head right now so we can get inside the shock. We just discharged it.
So basically, you have to take all
Do not
the.
attempt this at home.
Yeah, only do it in the desert with professionals. So they discharged all the nitrogen, so then you can pull the shock apart. And these weren't leaking, so we're just doing a revalve, and hopefully they don't leak after the fact.
But you should rebuild your shocks every year or two, depending on use.
Or 7 if you're me.
Where is it?
So these right here, I don't know if you can see them. These are the shims, and that's what we're gonna change to make it work better. They're like really, really thin washers, so you can change the diameter, and it'll make it go fast. So what is that top stack of shims?
That's your rebound stack.
Okay, so we're not gonna mess with the
I
rebound?
don't believe so.
Okay.
So this is the compression stack that we're going to be playing with. That's the bottom, that's the top.
Okay, Mikey. So, can you explain real quick
Yeah.
compression and rebound?
So compression damping is when you're hitting a bump and the tires and axle are trying to come up, and then rebound is when you like come off of a drop or come down off of like a speed bump and the axle's trying to shoot back down to stay on the ground. That would be the rebound damping.
Okay, so we're only messing with
The compression damping.
the compression dampening. Okay, got it.
Damping.
What?
Damping.
Dampen.
Not dampening. It's not a wet thing that you're trying to dry.
Well, but wouldn't it be dampening when you're actually in the motion of like going?
Damping.
Dampen.
Damping.
Tomato, guys. Like, let's be honest.
Two totally different words.
Is it like when somebody says Cummings, and you're like, it's
Like
coming?
when someone says Cummings.
Okay, I
with a
totally
G,
get it.
with
I
a
get it
G.
now because I hate when people say that. I hate it. So, might be hard to tell, but these are shock shims. They're super thin. You adjust them by doing the different sizes, and it can make the shocks stiffer or softer or whatever you like. And literally just by changing that, all these, believe it or not, it's hard to tell, they're different thicknesses. So we're gonna try and stiffen it up so in the big whoops it's not bottoming out the truck.
I don't think I have enough.
Make sense?
A few moments later.
So we're still valving shocks. We did the front of the Ram through that same whoop section, just valving the fronts. In the bigger whoops, we probably gained about 5 miles per hour. In the smaller, we gained about 10 miles per hour. Now the guys are saying we gotta revalve the rears. Obviously the rears were leaking a little bit, so we have to fix them. But on top of that, now when they watch me go by through the whoop section, you can tell that the rear is just not working. So it's just blowing through the travel because now there's too soft in comparison to the front shocks. So it's kind of always a front to back battle. So we're gonna get them so they don't leak, try to valve them a little bit better, and then kind of go from there. It's been a long day. It's been a really fun day. Everybody's having a great time. We're just hanging out. We have snacks, drinks, and this will be our 6th set of shocks that we're revalving, which these guys are pretty good at it. So look at the Fab Lab. I'll put a link in the description if you're local to SoCal and you need shock work or roll cages or suspension or anything.
Jesse, second round.
Yeah, so we valved the front and rear shocks, and now we're gonna see how much speed and comfort we gained overall. It should be a very big difference, and we'll see. Let's do it. Let's go. Charge!
Woo-hoo!
Hang on.
Oh, you can already tell a difference.
What do you think?
It's definitely smoother.
It's like way better. We're going 35-40 through the big stuff. So, to give you guys an idea, on the first pass, before we did any shock tuning, we were getting about 25 miles per hour going in this direction on this whoop section. Now that we valved the front shocks and the rear shocks, we were getting about 35 miles per hour. We gained about 10 miles per hour just from changing those little tiny shims that I showed you on camera. So just goes to show you that you have to valve your shocks, guys. Often. And you can always, there's always room for improvement. Now let's do another pass and see. So that's it, guys. Hopefully you got some value out of that shock tuning session. I think if you're not really into the off-road world, you don't really know that you can really make your truck work a lot better. We spent probably, what, 5 hours out in the desert today tuning shocks? At least. Probably 5-6 hours out there tuning shocks. We did, I think we did 8 shocks total, 4 sets. 2 of the sets were in my truck. And it's way faster through the whoops. Works really, really good. It should actually help with towing. In the rear, those bypass shocks we pulled off, they actually act as my sway bar because I don't have a sway bar anymore in the rear. We took it off to fit those shocks. It's probably gonna help with the towing. And overall, I'm stoked. It's great to have amazing friends that are willing to help out. Yeah, now we are going to head over to, I believe, Chocolate Thunder. At nighttime, normally you get a lot of people that will go off-road, and we're gonna have a fire and have a barbecue over there at Chocolate Thunder. So we'll see if there's anyone over there.